What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Red's in the house today. We'll try to get it in here, man. Yeah, on this Sunday rant. Got something to rant about. We're going to run it. I don't do too many lives no more and stuff, but I'm going to explain why I don't. It's obvious and stuff, but, yeah. But anyway, what's up, folks? What's up, folks? Let me see. Let me see if I can get mine. Will it come through? Let's see if it comes through. No, it don't come through. I thought I have to. Forgot. Don't come through. On the other one, it comes through. It has to go through the desktop, and I have to do all that setting and stuff. And I'm trying to do all that, but anyway, what's up, folks? Man, moving slow today. It's the 10th week in the NFL. I'm gonna get these scores out real quick. What's up, folks? Hit the cash app if you want, or just give me a like. I don't expect to get no cash app or nothing. No more stuff. Just, yeah. Big J Team Mama will return after these messages. Oh no. Oh, we got the Big J Team Mumble. Okay. But anyway, before we get started, man, let me just go ahead and do my NFL recap. Okay, right now, it's football today. Raiders, Broncos winning that game, won that game 10-7. The Colts won that game against the Falcons 13-25. Browns are just playing right now, tied up 14-14. Saints playing the Panthers second quarter. Saints 10-7. Patriots, we're looking at a little bit of that game. They losing 7-10 to the Buccaneers second quarter. Second quarter in the Vikings and Ravens game. Ravens losing 6-10. And the Dolphins shutting out so far the Bills second quarter. Let's see how that turned out. And we have the Giants and the Bears. Look at a little bit of that game. That's tied up 7 second quarter. You had the Jaguars and the Texans. Jaguars went 17-3 second quarter. 1 o'clock games: Cardinals, Seahawks, Lions, Commanders, Rams, 49ers, and my team, the Steelers, play the 5 o'clock game, the last game against the Chargers. Let's go Steelers. Let's go Steelers. Then we had the Eagles and the Packers Monday Night Football. That's it on that. Okay. So, what's up, man? What's up? What's going on? We now return to Big J T Mumble. I don't know what Big J's doing. I don't know what nobody's doing, man. I just doing these videos, regular videos and shorts. That's it. Yeah, I decided that I'm just gonna go live on Sundays. Better. I think I get more people since I don't have panels no more and stuff. And there's no reason to go live. No support, and I don't have no support. So, if people a lot of people don't know that, the support you get goes to actually, back to the channel. A lot of that money goes back to the channel. People think it just goes to fund your lifestyle. Well, if he was making money like Angry Man, yes, I guess you can. That's funding his lifestyle. His whole entire super chat, cash app is funding his lifestyle. Now he tried to go on yesterday talk about, oh well, a lot of this money I spend to go to here. Yeah, that's true, but a lot of it goes to your lifestyle. You ain't in that house for nothing. You ain't buy those cars, buy all those cigars. If that was the case, I don't know why people want to lie, but I think that people is maybe he started to feel the support. I think support from everybody is kind of going down. Let's go look on Playbook. It's not working out like it used to work out. I don't know. Things is weird, out here. Let's see. So we got for October. Let's see who we can see. Let me pull this up. Share the screen. Most super chatted. So I know he was on there for the last couple months, September and August. He's still on there. Let's see who's on here, because I know things has been slow. Someone made 700. This guy here, but everybody else is low, man. Let me see who we got here. Oh, let me put this over here. There we go. Okay, Candace Owens, 25. She gonna need the money for the lawyers. We see anybody we else know. I might know some of these people. Or she used to be going by this like it was the book. Room 9. This looks like Anton Daniels. Room 9. He changed his name. Okay, there's go Anton Daniels again. There's a picture of Anton Daniels. I don't know what Room 9 is. But you're making 12. Tim Cass is way up there. Well, I don't know what. Like I said, support is going down. For the most part. Let's see who else we got here on the support. Okay, we're in the 90s. I don't see Angry Man. No Angry Man this time. I told you it's going low. I told you. What did I say? What I say? I told you. I don't know what's going on with you, but the support is not kicking. Maybe it's because of the tariffs, because of Trump, the government shutdown. Maybe government shutdown. A lot of people is not supporting like they used to. And I told you it's going to take an effect. But that's it, man. Look, I don't see no Angry Man. I also see Anton Daniels. There was a couple other black people a while ago on here, I don't see none of them. Anton Daniels right here, and this guy here, this is not Anton Daniels. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know. That's it. So let me stop sharing that. See what y'all saying. It made people don't support Angry Man. just people don't support Angry Man because I just don't like him. Okay, all right. What's that for? All you guys are at the mercy of YouTube. Hey, man, you might be right about that, man. Because I don't know. I said I'm not getting no support, so I'm not worried about it. I'm already doing something else, doing my selling and stuff. I'll wait till my other channel get monetized, and then maybe by the end of this year, maybe next year, the beginning of next year, I'll get my other channel monetized, get the numbers up, and my other channel monetized, and I'll be cool by then. Because I had one channel monetized, that's the music, but that's the old channel. But I don't do no lives on there. But I got to do more. I got to start working more on that. That channel there. I get more commentary, like my commentary I do about the music. So that's okay. So all right, let me go ahead and keep doing more and more commentary. So, but what's up, Odinga? What's the 411? Oh, I'm give it to you. I'll give it to you. We got some videos playing. We have some manosphere news. O'Shea did another video, of him going in on the black manosphere, and then we got Coach Greg Adams got kicked out of the manosphere. The white boys kicked him out. We got to play that video. Now this is off of his debate he had with Andrew Wilson. I think they had enough of him. That was a man. And I think the reason was because after Charlie Kirk died, these white cats feel emboldened now that we don't need coons, we don't need none of the sellouts, we don't need a black person speaking for us when we had to use them. We don't want you in the club no more. And then now they're on this Christian fundamentalist shit, just Christian what's that? Nationalism. And Charlie Kirk was this bullshit. Going back to old ways. Want to be all wholesome and stuff. That shit ain't gonna happen, man. And then Coach Greg Adams told the motherfucker, you living in a dreamland. You a fool. So we're gonna play that video. We play that last. They said, can you really get fired? I don't know if you can get really fired. That's a good question. Can you get fired from the black manosphere if it wasn't really, it never really got established? That's what I'm saying. The black manosphere never really got established to the point it could have got established. It never really got established because none of them, even O'Shea, none of the big three never wanted to actually establish it. Establish it as a group, as a legitimate group. Have a council of men, decide on things, let certain people in, kick out certain people. And the ones that was on the top, one or two of them should have been kicked out. I think I say it would have ran smoother if Obsidian got kicked out, but see, Obsidian was the spark plug to the thing. How can you kick out the spark plug? Without the spark plug, ain't nothing gonna run. How can you kick him out? So it was set to doom. So if he was fucked up, faulty, then that was it. And I was telling, and then you had people like Man of Tomorrow was trying to co-opt it and stuff and try to get the members that was over there, come over to him, and they started to up again, be two man. That didn't work. That shit didn't work. That shit didn't work. It wasn't gonna happen because the name was too much in the mud. Nobody was mentioning it. If they did mention it, mentioned it in a negative way. Kevin Samuels didn't even mention it. And he took all their talking points. It's a Christian nationalist. It's a Christian nationalist and white nationalist are going to merge. I think they already merged. That's why they're getting rid of all the coons. They're getting rid of all their black members. They ain't gonna have no place to stay. Coach Greg haven't got problems, Eventually, who else? Officer Tatum. They telling them go kick rocks, and eventually the Hodge twins are they next. They already told Tommy what's up. They already told Myron what was up. Because it's Charlie Kirk. Time is short for them. You was in there, they'll just use you because they can. But now, they got to get their birth rates up and stuff. They dying out. Shit. So I mean, drastic measures now. We need white people to breed with white people. We gotta get our numbers up. And all we can do is that we got to go back to the old ways of being Christian. Being a Christian, being with one woman, one man, and have a lot of kids, building a family. They don't care about your black ass if you build a family or not. They don't care. Don't care at all. They use you because they use the coon because they didn't have a voice. But Charlie Kirk showed them the way. This is the original, we call black folk, nigga, throw away with true Christian or us. Anyone knows the amount of white national Nazi? It's a whole lot. That's because time is short. We're coming to the end. And Trump, they're gonna go against Trump because Trump kind of turned on them. They say that Trump turned on them. This is a matter of time. Tony Keys, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. So before I go further, yeah. So I'm only gonna do this on Sunday. That's it. It's just better for me just to do what I need to do on Sunday. Go live on Sunday. Because my legislative things is different. I don't get the support like that. For cash, chat, and everything. So I just once a month. Once a week. I just go live. I just do regular. But if something come down the pike, I just do regular video short. On that stuff. It has to be an emergency for me to go live during the week. On weekdays and Saturday. It's gonna have to be something. Wow. Somebody die or something. President Trump get killed or something. Then I'll do that. Or I better not say that because people be thinking that if you're saying that, channel might get hit and stuff. So people gotta be careful. Don't talk about killing no president and stuff. It ain't. They already paranoid as it is, man. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna give it away. No, but anyway, what else was it to talk about next? Okay, let me see. Well, it kind of looks like your boy. Let me do this for the Kim Kardashian. Apparently, in this up and coming season of the Kardashians, they still on. They still got it. Still going. Damn. What, it been 12, 15 years on this show? God damn. But apparently she was saying in this new season that her investigators told her that somebody put a hit out on her. wanted her dead. And people trying to find out who he is. You know, saying her husband, ex-husband Kanye West, or Ray J, or someone like that. But they're saying he put out on her. So I don't know. I mean, she didn't say anything about the small hats. I said, why? You know. And then she's taking trying to be a lawyer, and she took the bar exam and she failed. Well, bar exam is hard. Very few people make it out the first time out. You know. So I think she'll get it eventually. Her dad was a lawyer, so I'm sure that she got in her blood. So yeah. So yeah, man. So she's worried, a little worried or something like that. But I think that's for the episode, for the new season, to get people to watch the episode, the whole new season. I mean, and stuff like that. But I don't know why somebody want to put a hit out on her for. Yeah. I see what thing is saying. Antonio Trump don't care about anyone himself. I know, yeah. Trump making money for himself. That's the only thing I worried about in crypto. When he got in crypto, he made all this money. Him and son made like billions of dollars of crypto already, but crypto now is down. What happened to the run? The run should have happened last month. Started last month. You go all the way. Started November pump, and here we at the 9th of November. Well, what happened to November pump? Motherfuckers is starting to, remember, crypto was down to what, 109? It was at 99 like 2 days ago. It went to 99. We'll be 99. We supposed to be at 150, 160. Bitcoin, that is. And our coin should have went with 10 times X, 20 times X. What's going on? I don't know how long this is going to last, but if no run doesn't happen this year, I think the crypto community might start to look at Trump with the side eye. Okay, we got you get you in here, you crypto for your put you in, we vote you in, we help vote you in and shit, but what's going on, man? Who's holding back the market? Your people holding back the market? What's going on? They're gonna start taking out on Trump. Everything is lined up for crypto to blow up. All the regulations is all those harsh regulations that was on it from the Biden, all that shit's gone and stuff. The CEO of Binance, free, you got pardon, everything is lined up. We got with ETFs now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Everything is lined up, man. No run. Like it's about to go up. It was about to go up. And then some bullshit happened. Goes down. I don't know, folks. I don't know. And Trump said, made $1 billion. Okay, you made $1 billion. $1 billion. Okay, we don't care about that, but we need to make our money. We put you in because you was a crypto-friendly president, and now what's going on? Is it the Democrats playing some shit behind the scenes? Who? Got to be somebody that don't like Trump. They said we're gonna give away Christianity the same way we gave away rock and roll. Yeah, I think it's already gone. Oh, dang, it's already gone. I think y'all need to get up out of there. Well, they had been had it. It maybe started from us, but I think it's been gone. To tell you the truth, forget about it. Nah. But anyway, it's my little crypto rant. We have to see. hope the run happens this month. Got something got to give, because we should have been already way. Remember, we was at 126. Man, 126 at one point. Oh man, this is it. This is it. It's about to go. And that bullshit happened. Big ass liquidation. Everything dropped down 100,000. Damn, it's crazy. So all the people that said, "Cryptos are scams," well, they probably laughing now. I said, "Yeah, I told you it was a scam, bro. I told you it was a scam. You ain't gonna make no money." I'm still in it. I'm gonna stay in it. What goes down must come up. And they only can sell to a certain point. That's the way I see it. They only can sell so much. They got about it. But remember, this is only the first year of Trump in office. We got to see what's going to happen next year. The way things is, this next year is going to be even hectic. We just hope that the shutdown don't go to the first, which I think is going to go to the first, the shutdown. 40 days now to shut down. 40 motherfucking days. This is the longest. This is not good for Trump. It's not good for the Democrats. It's not good for the government. You still got all these people that's still out. Government employees, they're on furlough, 900,000 is on furlough. 2 men is working without pay. That's crazy. How can you sit there go to work and you ain't got paid in 2 months? You ain't got gas to get to the place. I mean, some people just going to call off. You just can't. There's no way. They want to do this, try to open the government up, man. If it goes to 50 days, that's it, man. You're going to see motherfuckers. You're going to see the airports be booked up. There'll be no flights going out. There'll be very few flights going out in the airports, man. They saying that some of these guys, they don't even have gas to get to the job. They have to get to the job. They don't, they'll lose it. They're going to lose the job because they got no gas. And then they talk about when we open government, we can't pay you back pay. Some bullshit. You just pay them back pay and then some. And this is where Trump's going to mess up at. You got to do right by them. Got to do right by them. Now I'm hearing that Trump talking about giving everybody $1,300. This is what I'm hearing. They're trying to work it out now. Every American $1,300. Well, that will probably help. That will help a lot of people. The reason I think he's doing is we're going to get $1,300 because they're going to the shutdown until January. Both sides ain't giving in. The Democrats try to say that, okay, we don't want to extend it. We just extend it for a year. The provisions in healthcare for a year. But it's the thing with the giving the illegals benefits, which is crazy. Nobody's gonna do that. They needed to X that out. If they can X that out and just say, look, we just give 1 more year on far as the Obamacare, provisions and that and stuff like that, they might do it. As long as you attaching this illegal shit, giving illegals when they're against illegals, they've been deporting illegals. with ICE and stuff? Are you gonna want them to put this in the provision, give them some money? No, that ain't gonna happen. Nobody's down with that. Nobody's down with that shit, man. Nobody. Down with that goddamn bush. Come on now, man. Stop it. So if you plan to travel this holiday, you might as well cancel it. If this goes, remember, it's 40 days now. If it goes on another 10 days, 50, that's it. And they're not going to get paid. They already, like I said, they already complaining, saying that, hey, man, I ain't got enough gas to get to the job. I can't do it. And with the food stamp situation. Now in California, Newsom said we already cleared it. Everybody getting their food stamps. Over in California. So California ain't got the problem at least this month. Next month, might still gotta go through the same bullshit. But everybody else ain't getting it. That's some crazy shit, dog. You built the system on dependence. Now it came back to bite you in the ass. You should have been trying to get people off of it by putting these people on programs and stuff, making sure they be able to get jobs so they can work and stuff. Instead of letting them stay on the system. Democrats let them stay on the system and don't care about that. So I think that the Democrats, want universal income, a high universal income. Even Elon Musk said that America gonna have high level universal income because people can't afford the cost of living just with a job, and then a lot of jobs gonna be replaced with AI. So what are all these people gonna do? What are some people gonna do? They're not selling stuff like myself or whatever, in their own business or something, making money off of YouTube or whatever stuff. I guarantee everybody gonna be on YouTube then. Say, motherfucker, you can't get the AI take your job. All they're talking about, you big for the cash chances of shit. YouTube ain't no job, shit. It's the only thing give you some money, some passive income, you can be on this motherfucker like everybody else. Stupid shit. Talking all that shit. It will cause a complete replacement of black Americans in back, and nobody really cares about that. I don't know if the international blacks is going to take. I don't know about that. I don't know if international black is going to, or you talking about non-FBAs, as she said. This is America, man. Shit, this is the land of the racists, home of the racists, home of the brave, land of the free, home of the racists. Most racist country. They still black. They gonna treat them the same as everybody else. I don't know, but I think that the FBA, after a while, is going to do damage to the black people as a whole, whether they are FBA or non-FBA. I think we might need to come together, stick together, because things is going to be hard. All that. Of course, as far as remember, all this started because of reparations. Turkey thought that, I guess certain people that wasn't from this country, wasn't born, was indigenous to this country, would get reparations. It was an easy thing to sort out. You know, if you just came over here, there, you don't get reparations. It is what it is. But if you come here and then, you have relations and you get married to an Afro American, then your son get reparations. It should be like that. But you know, this was the reason why they started this FBA or ADOS and stuff, because they didn't want a whole bunch of, well, I guess, black foreigners or whatever you call it, non-FBA, to get reparations when they wasn't entitled to it. And now you got this big divide that's happening now, and still ain't getting no reparations. Nobody getting it. Nobody getting no goddamn reparations. Fuck. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is Tommy Sotomayor. Apparently he's, I don't know if we got another channel. There's no way we got a channel, but he's using somebody's channel. Apparently it's called The Gospel of Tommy, and he put some video out of him going in on some white supremacists. So now Tommy's going at white supremacists now. When you was defending them, talking all kind of shit about black people just to get their dollars, just to be in good with them. You was their boy. There's that dude on Fox said, Tommy, I always talk to Tommy. Tommy know everything black. If I didn't even know about anything black about black people, I go to Tommy. Somebody should cancel that motherfucker when he made that statement. You off the air. No, racist ass statement. You get this motherfucker off of here. Get this motherfucker off of here. Saying some bullshit. The time up there cooning on the show, that's some crazy shit. Now he's going after white people, so I think he won't be allowed back on Fox News after this. But the question is that this motherfucker is still trying to get back on YouTube. What is it about YouTube that make these motherfuckers just try to sneak back on here? It was not him. It's the G, Obsidian. I thought all Obsidian, when he went to Mexico, was swearing that was the shit. He was on the Clubhouse things and Rumble. All that shit failed. All that shit didn't go nowhere. Now he's back on YouTube. YouTube is the place. They have a monopoly as far as people showing their videos, making money off of showing the videos. The biggest video platform, YouTube. To make the most money on here. More money on Facebook, more money on TikTok, even TikTok. And TikTok won't let a lot of people on there. Most of us can't even get on TikTok and start nothing up, man. I don't know. They don't want to hear what we got to say. Because maybe we talk too much sense, or maybe got a reputation. I think they analyzed the people that was on YouTube, and certain people who come over there, they're not allowed. They don't want that over there. They got all these young folks that's blinded. That's can see, but they're completely blind. And remember, I told you already, they were trying to charge me money just to push the video out. There was no views on the video. At first, I was getting some views on the video, but then they stopped that shit and they said, "Well, we want you to pay." So I can get on there. I can just pay like $8, $9, whatever, and I get a couple of thousand views. I blow up. But I'm paying for it. What kind of funny shit is that? Yeah, Tommy's for sale. Yeah, Tommy's for sale. Yeah. But he's doing his best to get back on YouTube, and they won't let you own it. How long are you gonna keep doing this? Players don't want to, because you know that if he stay off of YouTube for a certain period of time, he will go down. His popularity will go down. He have to keep his presence up on YouTube. If not, he's dead in the water. Why do you think CGA come back? What do you think all these people come back? And the ones that just get off of YouTube, they gone. You never hear them again. You never hear from them again. They out of here. That's the power of YouTube. And so far, it has not been anybody to come close to YouTube. As far as the popularity, as far as the amount of money you can make on here, the video sharing, the views, subs, and the money from AdSense. Because you don't hear, you can make money off of AdSense there, and then you can make money off of Cash App. You know, get a crowd going, and Super Chat, and members now. They have no competitors, basically. No competitors. Where they at? Tommy been trying to sneak back on here, get kicked off, get banned. Now he banned from YouTube. He's still trying to get up on here. Now he's back doing the interview shit. Find some content creator he can do interview with. Yes, he was on some other guy's channel. I don't know who he is, but he don't care. I think he kind of burned his bridges with the other people like Fatty and stuff. You know, Jeff and all them. But he might come back on. You know, he probably pay some money to somebody, and somebody will let him back on and stuff. I think y'all should charge Tommy. You want me to interview? Okay. You too toxic? I need some money. Give me a couple $100. If you do that, then that'll make it hard on him. But you need to get your money from him. Because he make every time you get him on there, he make money off of you on Rumble. So you need to make money off of him. If you guys have him on your show or interview, and I said, I want some money. Fuck that. Because you're a toxic individual and stuff. You come with baggage. So I need to be compensated. Anything can happen. My channel can get hit because you might be on here, a bad YouTube group, or somebody else might go at me because you're on here, and it'll be a big mess. Now, Dinger said there's no more money on YouTube than TikTok. There's more money on YouTube than TikTok. Yeah, I know. There's more money on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. There's more money than TikTok. TikTok, people making money on there, but not like they do on YouTube. And then once they sign this deal, I don't know anything about this TikTok deal. Did anybody hear about this shit? Did they sign the deal or something? Ain't gonna be no money on TikTok. Once they sign that deal, that's it. I don't think the Chinese gonna give up that algorithm. They're gonna give them some bullshit algorithm, or give them part of the algorithm, but the other part of the algorithm that bring those people to TikTok, they're not gonna give them that piece of it, or they might just give them a little bit of it, whatever the case may be. TikTok ain't gonna be the same once that sale transfer over to who's it, Oracle or whatever. Someone buying it. That's it, man. They ain't gonna be the same. But the Chinese still got theirs going for their people. They still got the original TikTok. This is US, but the TikTok in China It's a shit. So they still don't lose. The U.S. is mad because the Chinese got one up on them on TikTok. They had everybody information and stuff. So now if China was a friendly government, there would be no problem. But because of China, they still have this turf war, trade war stuff. Still a superpower, two superpowers, competing superpowers. Yeah, there's always gonna be some problems. But if they was fast friend China, it'd have been no problem. We wouldn't be talking about TikTok trying to sell a TikTok to the US and some shit like that. You want your algorithm and shit. Come on, man. But we're having all these smart people here in America and stuff. You create an algorithm to do the same job? I don't know. For real though? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, next thing. P. Diddy. Now this fool got caught drinking some prison liquor the other day. Got busted. Right after he told the judge that, I've been sober for 25. This is the first time I've been sober for 25 years. I'm a different man. I feel good and all this stuff. And then he got caught with some alcohol. Some people say that he got set up by some of the prisoners and stuff like that. Somebody's outside working with some prisoners set him up to get more time. But when his parole come up, this is not going to look good on him. We just hope that he don't get another infraction because he's going to be in trouble. I'm waiting for him to get caught with some real drugs up in there. And I don't know why he's up in there cheesing with the prisoners and stuff like that, dude. Nah, dude, that's not how you do it, man. He needed to stay to himself. If I was him, if I was him, I would have been in solitary confinement. That's it. Just want no contact with prisoners because that's going to be some problems. There's going to be some trouble. His life is in danger. I don't care if he's in a low security prison or not. Anything can happen. But he put himself in this situation. Now he's paying for it and stuff. And I think he's gonna get some more time out here. He's gonna get caught with doing some other bullshit. And this time, remember, I think they was lenient on him this time because maybe they figured he don't overdo it. He's been in prison, so he know what's going on and all this stuff like that. But the way he rolled, man, he rolled like a rookie. Not saying that I never been in prison, but I know that I can be sitting there talking to a whole bunch of people getting laughing and shit like that in prison. Fuck all that. You crazy shit. Nah, fuck all that. I don't know these motherfuckers. These niggas don't like me shit. They'll turn me over to get me do sentence shit. And some of them probably friend them and try to see if they can get some more information out of them. You get them to talk, and then they'll relay their information back to whoever paying them, and then they get a reduced sentence. Once they got all this information. So I don't know what's gonna happen in here, man, in jail. Fuck that, man. I think his lawyers should put him in solitary confinement, get him off the yard. Get this nigga off the yard. Get this dumbass nigga off the yard before something happened to him. Get this nigga off the yard before something happened to him. Man, shit. He would be more of an alcoholic, more of a drug. The way he's going, shit. Oh, shit. But anyway. All right, man. We got to talk about the match. We got to talk about Coach REG Adams getting kicked. But before I do that, let me get me a little refill. Intermission real quick. Hold on. All right, let's see. Diddy might not be able to have on. Sorry for the confinement. Yeah, you're probably right, but I think it might be for his own good. You know, you need to do some reading and shit, read some books on meditation, read some books on Eastern religion and stuff. You know, get some Tai Chi going. Get a book on Tai Chi, to do some Tai Chi or whatever you got to do, man. You know, shit, fuck. But I think that he need to stay off the yard, stay away from drugs. Jeez, he ain't gonna ever get out of there, man. I don't, but maybe Diddy's already cooked already. His days are up. So hey, it is what it is. Anyway, let's get into this Black Manosphere debacle. We got here. We got O'Shea going in on the Black Manosphere again with another video, and I'm gonna play that first. Okay. Okay, we got O'Shea again. Right. You see the title, the Black Manosphere voice what than we thought. Now, of course, I'm gonna do my commentary like I always do. Forward me. Alright. Rumara, what's up? What's up, man? What's going on? We're gonna do it. But Trump's better to release the money here. You know what's good for him. He released it in California. In California, you know, Newsom made sure that everybody got theirs. So if you're in California, you know, you're in California. I don't know, if you're in California, you got it. You got your the food stamps. Everywhere else, it's a problem. Big problem. Like I said, this is all gonna backfire on Trump. You know, even though the Democrats is getting hit hard, but it's going to backfire on him too. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at this video. O'Shea again, second video going in on the Black Manosphere.
With Obsidian pretty much using Kevin Samuels to make money. And I really didn't blame Angry Man for that because he just happened to be on the stream, but more or less it is Obsidian's hypocrisy. And so as I was talking about the history of the Black Manosphere and our fallout and the internal conflicts we were having, I started to see some comments that I really wanted to address. For an example, let's look at this. Talking about the Black Manosphere, I would not accept any list that don't include 1. Solo TV 84, 2. Tommy Sotomayor, 3. David Carroll as pioneers. Now let me deal with number 2 and number 3. Tommy Sotomayor. By the time the Black Manosphere was coming about, Tommy Sotomayor was the de facto.
Okay, he said Solo TV as pioneers. Tommy Sotomayor and David Carroll. Now, I actually agree with O'Shea on this one because Tommy is no pioneer of the Black Manosphere. Point blank. And David Carroll is not either. It's just that they was the ones that inspired a lot of what they were saying. But they did not want to be a part of the Black Manosphere. I think Tommy didn't even know who the Black Manosphere was until maybe a couple of years ago, basically. He didn't care about it because he was so high up. He didn't care about none of them niggas over there. And David Carroll made it known that I wasn't down with that shit. He said in live stream he wasn't down with the Black Manosphere. But some people think that he was down with the Black Manosphere, David Carroll, that is, because of the fact that he started working with Obsidian at the end. He started shouting Obsidian up on his channel, and that's how Obsidian started getting more and more views before his main channel got hit. He was up to like 30,000 or something like that with Obsidian because of David Carroll shouting him out. Say, brother Obsidian, what's up? Da-da-da-da. So he was, again, Obsidian got some juice. First Kevin Samuels, and then David Carroll. But Obsidian, I'm not gonna say Obsidian, but nobody else he did. But David Carroll helped him because all David Carroll people started listening to Obsidian. That's before he got his channel hit or got banned from YouTube. But anyway, let's continue.
So, most talked about Black YouTuber from like 2015 to like 2018, even before then, 2013, 2012. Now, Tommy Sotomayor did bring to light issues that many black men had with the black community. He did bring to light things like child support and stuff like that. But those
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Blue Marvel. Yeah, he right. David Carroll never claimed no black pastor. He wasn't trying to hit. No. Anyway, let's go.
those are issues that black men were going through. Now, was he an influence? Sure, absolutely. Most black YouTubers or black men looked at what Tommy Sotomayor was doing and said, wow, if he's doing that for a black audience, then we can also do it. So again, I'm not taking anything away from him as a person that was respected amongst a lot of black men and that he could relate and put out ideas. But I would not consider Tommy Sotomayor being a part of the black manosphere community. All right, he just wasn't, and he basically didn't collaborate with anybody in the community. So could he have given some ideas and framework? Sure, but Tommy Sotomayor never has and never will be associated with the black manosphere directly. He was a YouTuber that acted alone, could not get along with people, and he still is the same way, right? He doesn't really get along with people.
Yeah,
He's his own thing. Is he?
that's right. He been doing his own thing. Him, Tariq Nasheed, it wasn't trying to fuck with black man. Like I said, he wasn't doing it because they were so big. They said, no, I ain't fucking with a bunch of guys like that over there. Matter of fact, Tommy and them was saying that you guys over here was losers, was suckers and shit. Can't get no pussy. Shit. But by the most part, I wonder if Derek Carroll passing had to do. What you say? I think I wonder if David Carroll passing had to do with always having a negative outlook on most things. It could be, but remember he was smoking cigars. You know, I know one episode when he talked about the doctor told him you got to stop smoking cigars and stuff. If not, you're gonna be up out of here. And he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna still do it." I think that was the problem he had, smoking them cigars and stuff. He had some cancer or something like that. And I think that's what's gonna happen with Angry Man. Angry Man got on there and said that the doctor said, you know, you might have to slow down the cigar once you get older because it's no good for you. Now, some people smoke cigars until the day they die, and nothing happen. They don't get no cancer, nothing. They'll be 80, 90 years old, 100 years old. But some, that cigars won't take you down, get you out of here. There's a lot of brothers on here smoking cigars and shit. I guess, you know, mimicking David Carroll and stuff, or mimicking their favorite YouTuber. I guess this was a status, a status symbol. Then I'm a big time. I make a lot of money. I'm a boss and stuff. Well, I don't know about all that. I don't smoke, so I don't have to worry about it. But anyway, let's continue.
Talented? Absolutely. In the black manosphere community? Never. Other person, David Carroll. David Carroll was the intellectual juggernaut, and absolutely is probably the
one thing about Tommy. I don't listen to Tommy. I told Tommy that when I was there, I don't listen to this stuff. Like that. You have fans, but I never was a fan of nothing. But you could say I was a fan of David Carroll. I used to listen to him every Saturday. Because when he was saying it made sense to me. Also, he said it made sense to me. But that's me. Yeah. Hold on, folks. All right, let's continue talking to Mom. Let's go.
Most intelligent YouTuber I've seen in the black YouTube space. Now, David Carroll also didn't like working with black men. In fact, he mocked black men, calling them dumb all the time. And again, a lot of the framework and ideology that David Carroll talked about, you could see that particular situation in the black manosphere. You can look at some of the framework that he might have put out there, and he was so much wider than just black men talking points. I mean, he attacked the black community as a whole, pro-blacks, white supremacy, and racism. So his ideologies were more widespread than just talking about black issues. He had more of an intellectual bag than all of us. I mean, he was just that good. But was he in the black manosphere? No. Did he lay some framework down that we could appreciate? Absolutely. Now then there's the case of Mr. Research. Somebody put no mention of Mr. Research. He was a part of the crew that created the black manosphere. By the way, BGS had nothing to do with the creation of the black manosphere.
Yeah, I don't know why they said BGS had some creation with the black, but he didn't. He had nothing to do with it. He came under Angry Man. Angry Man brought him in. Now, you can say that BGS brought in Kevin Samuels. You can say that all day. But as far as BGS was not part of that. Remember, he was doing the pro-black shit. And then he went to transition over to the Igmore. So eventually he started merging himself into the black manosphere after Angry Man brought him in. Because remember, he was down with Angry Man crew, the masculine mercenary. Remember? Him, Cerulean Gray, Kendrick G. What was it? Officer Faulkner, Grinch, and a couple other people. They was part of that whole entire crew over there before it got disbanded. And Mr. Research, he was kind of like, it was someone else too that Angry Man used to be fucking with. League of Dads, him. He was part of it too. He was talking about the child support. He helped men get off. They helped them in with their child support situation and stuff. That's what he did. I think he helped Angry Man a little bit. I think. But anyway, let's continue.
At all, so don't believe anything that old narcissistic dude preaches. Now, BGS and the Ibmore guys were around, and they did collaborate. And again, BGS was, somewhat of a player in the black manosphere in his own right. So I will say that he was definitely around.
Let me answer this question. Odega, who's gonna take care of me? A robot. Remember, Elon got to sell 1 million robots in order to become a trillionaire with over 10 years. That's one of the benchmarks. The agreements of him getting this 1 trillion, signing this 1 trillion package deal. Is that he got to sell 1 million Tesla robot. I might have a robot in here in the next 5-6 years. You never know. So help me, shit, man. It will help me. Help Mama first and help me out too. If I'm getting older, I ain't going to no nursing home. Fuck that. I'm still right here. Yeah, that robot. Fuck that shit. That's what's gonna happen. And then if the government giving out free robots and something like that, then I'll take it. Well, you never know. But having a woman I don't think so, man. You can't trust no young girl and stuff. Take their money. Be on some Shield 7 shit. The old dude with Shield 7 and shit, you don't know where he's at. He's probably in the bed half the time and shit. Fuck that. Anyway, let's continue.
Not necessarily known as me, Obsidian, or Angry Man, but he played his part. A lot of people love BGS.
No. It ain't too late for me to have kids. I have a couple kids too. Like if I can just 2 years and have a kid back to back, 2 kids. The problem is that finding a woman that'll do that shit that's solid. You still have a kid. You ain't dead yet until you're dead. There's a hand pink wave. I ain't dead yet. So sperm ain't dead yet either. So hey, yeah, I can still get it. You kids, but shit, that'd be like what, 20 years before they get 20 years before they get up to the point where they can actually. Yeah. I don't want to pose that on them. They have to take care of their dad and stuff. Like I said, I would take the robot. If I had some kids, I don't want them to be doing that. They got to live their life. Like I said, I had a robot. That's what it is. I think you had no kids either. Get the robot. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Get the robot. That's what it's there for. Okay. Let's go. Let's continue. Oops.
You guys need to control of black men that were disgruntled in our way forward. Nobody did that better than the Obsidian Men Network. He ourselves. Because his framework that he was talking about was even better than ours. Now that I think about it, don't get me wrong. I love what Obsidian has done for the Black Manosphere community, and the whole idea of we must fund these things for ourselves. We must be our own voice. We must develop our own systems, our own framework as black men, and that's what he brought to the table that nobody else brought to the table. Obsidian was the one, in my honest opinion, outside of anybody else. You could say timing. You could say as far as the community of black men that were disgruntled in our way forward. Nobody did that better than the Obsidian Men Network. He is the GOAT when it comes to that. Mr. Researcher's position was, you guys are over here complaining about these women. You guys.
Yeah, but the problem with Mr. Research, nobody know who he's talking about. O'Shea mentioned some guy that none of the people that's coming to the Black Manosphere know who he is. Mr. Research, he's almost like a ghost, basically. He's only remembered by people like myself that came on here, started doing. I started doing 2016, 15, 14. You know who Mr. Research is, but most people don't know who Mr. Research is, and they don't care. But anyway, let's go.
Need to seek power. You need more ownership. You need to be in all sectors of the private economy. You guys need to control, the resources in your community, and then that will help you have a better relationship with women. There's only one other guy that I've heard talk like this, and that was Brother George Macon, but he wasn't even in the Black Manosphere. So Mr. Research, in my honest opinion, his framework was light years ahead of ours at the time. So, and obviously, there was no way that he could be a part of the Black Manosphere. I believe that most of the framework kind of being upset about where black men's position was at the time. You started to see with some of the conferences the guys were having going towards Mr. Research's ideology, but his framework and ideology about black men having power and stuff like that was not there initially. So yes, he did try to put us there, but ultimately his ideas were kind of rejected and replaced for a lot of us just being disgruntled with where we were at the time, and that's kind of really what built the community, was kind of black men coming together that had an issue in such things, right? So that's kind of where it went with him. Now the last guy I want to talk about, who I feel doesn't get the credit, which is Solo TV 84. He came and commented on that video. 95% of the Black Manosphere wouldn't exist if it wasn't for O'Shea and myself. Yeah, I said it. Now
he's right. He was part of it, but they did him bad. So they did me. They kicked me. I think they kicked him out before they kicked me out. About excommunicated. He just left. He just run all this shit, man. You know, but Solo TV was a part of it, straight up and down. But remember, he had a big decent channel before the murders of the Black Manosphere. Anyway, let's continue.
Solo TV 84 is a person that I love. I haven't talked to him in like a few years, but I don't think he'll mind me sharing this. We've gotten into it before, not because of me. Me and him have never argued. Before the fact that Solo TV 84 never got the credit that he deserved. And Solo TV 84 played a role in the Black Manosphere that was similar to mine's behind the scenes. Number one, Solo TV 84 was more concerned with like the dating and pickup kind of style of the Black Manosphere. So you would see him more or less in, you know, the dating department, kind of pickup game, things like that, approaching women. That's kind of what he did, and that did play a part of the Black Manosphere too. And that's what makes like the Black Manosphere different than somebody like Tommy Sotomayor or David Carroll. The Black Manosphere dealt with, you know, framework and ideology that even academics could come into, like T.S. Johnson. But it was also a place where somebody like Alan Roger Curry could fit into, rest in peace, with, you know, as a dating coach. And Solo TV 84 was a person that kind of fostered that level of community. And that's how we get guys like Alpha Male Strategies. If you guys remember, Alpha Male Strategies came up through Solo TV 84. He wasn't necessarily able to get an interview with me at the time, but he would comment.
Yeah, those guys, he never be part. He wanted to be part of the Black Manosphere because he thought they was lames. So that's what I would say. Listen, you know, all these dudes did not want to be part of it because he was lame. Alan Roger Curry was, you could say he was adjacent to it. He was more of adjacent to it and stuff. You know, he was a man of his own means. See, they no more needed Alan Roger Curry in there than Alan Roger Curry needed the Black Manosphere. Alan Roger Curry didn't need a Black Manosphere. So he was doing it himself, but it did help him to get noticed more. Well, basically being on O'Shea show did, but you know, that's another deal. But anyway, listen to you.
Under my videos and all of that, and so the interview with Solo TV 84 is what pushed him over the top, and then he called in, you know, to that legendary Brother Pill podcast with Steve Dean, and then there it was, right? So we got that, and then also from Solo TV 84 we get the introduction to mediocre tutorials and reviews. Now, I met MTR when he had...
This dude was never part of the Black Manosphere. He came in when Dennis Berlin and Lee Attorney came in, when Kevin Cameron came in, this is when he came in. Same time he came in, well, started to actually talk about the Black man or whatever, and Lee Attorney and Dennis Berlin. They had nothing to do with none of that. He'd been around, already had a big channel before then. He had no inkling of being a part of those guys over there, if he knew about them or whatever. Remember, they was all connected. They actually all was connected through O'Shea, basically. O'Shea brought a lot of people. O'Shea was networking up with a lot of people, and they probably know O'Shea from that, but then they ain't know nobody else. Come on now. Like I said, him, Dennis Berlin, they all came in when Kevin Sandwich came up. Was put in the Black Manosphere, you could say.
At like less than 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, and I met him through, you guessed it, Solo TV 84. Okay, now that's another person that you can say was introduced through his camp. All right, and then once Obsidian had told me about, you know, Donovan Sharp, I went and I contacted Donovan Sharp, and Donovan Sharp joined you know, the Black Manosphere, started writing for the manosphere.com. And then
for all my fellow seniors, forget
Donovan is that
Only thing about Donald Sharp wanted to look at the black man and find out he had no real leadership. So he wanted to be the leader of it, and he was going to bring it on a platter to the manosphere. That was his job. And I told you already, he had no visible leader. Completely decentralized. You know, I talked about that shit for the longest about these fools. Man, this centralized shit is gonna kill y'all. It ain't gonna work, you know, because that means that everybody get to do what they want to do instead of being a unit and got rules. And we do this. We all agree to go this way. We all go this way. Instead of I go here, and then we beat up every once in a while. He, and then split off. That's what the black man is about. Completely decentralized. Yeah, we set up type thing. I want your pound, you want my pound. We make money, break bread, this, that. No problem. But it wasn't no leadership thing where everybody was a unit and it goes this way. That wasn't happening. Donald Sharp wanted that to happen, but then if he got a hold of it and ran the way he wanted, there's a lot of people that was in the black man who would have been out. I'm sure of it. And I'm sure Obsidian would have been gone. Probably Angry Man too. But anyway, let's continue.
Donovan started going to like the 21 convention and creating his own shows, and that's where Solo TV 84 was able to meet Myron. Okay, but what else did Solo TV 84 do?
Then I saw Gold Digger pranks, so I'm like, let's try this shit. I hit WorldStar, I hit Facebook. Now I'm like, everywhere, like, yo, Fresh, come over here, bro. Let's come to this party. I'm like, oh, I'm the man now.
Yeah.
Then I meet Solo TV 84. So we do an interview, we chop it up, and then he's like, yo, I know a guy in Miami, Myron Gaines, fitness YouTuber.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at me.
Yeah.
Fitness. You think I want to do fitness? And he's like, bro, no, you should get to collab. You think collab, you got the mindset of like real estate and girls, like chop it up. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Myron DMs me, we chop it up for like an hour on the call. So then he's like, bro, go meet with him. Let's get dinner. Let's just see what it's about. So we go meet Casey and Myron. It's the top 42 mid. I'll never forget this. And we're just talking about like life, girls, dating.
Yeah.
I think it was neither me or Casey's like, why don't you do your own podcast? I'm like,
Solo TV 84 is the person that introduced Fresh and Fit.
I didn't know that Solo TV was responsible for bringing Fresh and Fit together. Wow, that's something new to me. I didn't know that. Damn. Solo TV, Dr. Frankenstein out here.
Now, I know I don't like Fresh and Fit at all, but through the Black Manosphere lineage, you can see that because of the Black Manosphere, Donovan was able to get on to 21 convention. He met Myron. Myron was able to meet, Fresh, and the rest is history. So the Fresh and Fit podcast, Kevin Samuels, guys like the lead attorney get their first start in the Black Manosphere community, and then they go other places. And I want to just say this about Solo TV 84. I love the guy a whole lot. He never wanted anything from these guys, but he never really got his respect. And again, I'm not taking anything away from Tommy. I'm not taking anything away from David Carroll, but none of those guys were in the community. They didn't want really nothing to do with it. And so in order for to be in the Black Manosphere, you just couldn't have ideologies. You'd have to have some skin in the game. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of the ideologies some of these guys are talking about, these are things that people talked about in barbershops and things like that. But the reality of it is that Solo TV 84 was the ultimate connector. Behind the scenes, he worked with guys. I met LAR Movement finally through Solo TV 84. I used to watch LAR, but I met him through, Solo TV 84. Me and LAR are still friends to this day. He came out to Uganda to see me. We had a really good time. And these are the guys that just didn't get a whole bunch of credit for, basically just wanting to see black.
Of course, he ain't gonna mention my name. Come on, man, really. Like I said, I was the dog. I was the dog of heaven of the black manosphere. We the one fought for the black manosphere. I did against the sisterhood, but you know nobody gonna mention me. Of course, of course. Shit, but that's all right. You know, that's how things go. And you know, at this point, I'm glad that maybe my name ain't mentioned. You know, shit. You know, I don't want to be associated with that shit anymore. Point blank. So maybe that's for the best. My name did get mentioned. You know, Reg responsible for doing. No, leave me out of it. You know, leave me out of that shit, man. Fuck. Remember, I got excommunicated out by guess who? The man Obsidian, the old man. Anyway, let's continue. And we're going to Coach Greg Adams.
Black men win, and it's unfortunate that things.
For those of you who don't have a high yield,
I feel bad for a lot of the brothers out there who really believed in us. The reality is that as we got older and you get wiser, we should have been talking more or less about black male power in Mr. Research's ideology would have carried us a lot more than just being frustrated with what's going on with black women.
And that's what killed the black man. So y'all still kept on talking about the women instead of just trying to solve some problems, solve these problems. You find out that was a way to monetize your channel through talking about black women like Tommy did. That's what y'all took from Tommy, talking about monetization of talking bad about black women or black people. You do the black people, but you did the black women all day long. Instead of doing something to bring black men up, to solve the problem, so you wouldn't have to talk about black women like this. You go out there, put foot on the ground, and start solving stuff. They didn't want to hear that shit. They pushed a lot of people away. Steve Boogie too, a few others. I think Sly too was in it. Saw how the direction was going. He bounced. A lot of people was in there. Bounced or got kicked out because they challenged the dudes that was in the black manosphere that was running it. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
And being frustrated with our positions, but we just couldn't see it at that time. A lot of the brothers just couldn't see it. And then for content creators, that frustrating.
No, they saw it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't want to do it. They were stuck in a perpetual state of red pill rage. They didn't want to do it. That's why Mr. Research bounced early in the game. But anyway, let's go.
Content is what was also making a lot of money too. Don't get me wrong, like when I was making the content that I was making and still today, like I'm still frustrated. I still go through those same things. But then life started changing for certain brothers, right? Especially certain content creators. George Megan called me one day. I was, in Poland somewhere, and he was like, yo, man, like, you're talking about the issues that black men are having with black women, but do you still face those same issues? And at the time, I do, and I still do now. But, the reality is that he helped me realize that I'm not really facing the same exact issues.
So you're not facing the same issues that these brothers like Obsidian are facing with women, or the ones that listen to Obsidian are facing. Interesting. So Megan said, well, why are you talking about it? You're not going through none of that shit no more. I can see when you was going through it, but you don't go through that shit no more. You got stuff together. So what's the reason for you going in on women like this for? Unless you're trying to make this money. Like Obsidian just trying to monetize shit just to make money. And that's it. Or some other agenda.
all the time. And now I admit that, you know, things had gotten a little bit different for me and got better for me. And so, but I've been going through this 30, 35 years of my life. I just was still attaching myself to the issues. And then obviously guys like that content, you know? And then so when you get to the point where you start to realize that, oh, if you just control all what you do, then, you know, women are gonna, you know, come and do what you need to do anyway. Then when you...
This is the 2025 Aircraft Adventure. Forget Chuck.
that you realize that the best framework is just ownership. It's just something that, you know, a lot of guys just didn't want to hear and still don't want to hear. And I started realizing it most likely after when he told me that. And that's kind of when I started making a little bit of a change. But then I noticed that certain other guys, you know, maybe just wanted to just keep, you know, the bag coming in and, you know, keeping.
That's what it was about, keeping the bag coming in. They didn't want to make no change. Like I said before, some of them did not want, knew what was going on, but they didn't want to make the change because they got paid for doing this particular content. I saw other people before them, like Tommy, made so much money off of going in black women. It is what it is. It's all man, it's a jab. Keep the rest.
Brothers mad at sisters. But ultimately, this is the real truth about the black manosphere. Hopefully some iteration of this can come back.
No, it's not. They ain't coming back. They ain't coming back. I don't see how coming back. What, the young ones gonna bring this? Man, hell no. Forget it. Shit got worse. Nah, they ain't coming back. I don't see it. I said it was dead, it's dead. And I think it's better off staying dead. To tell you the truth. You gotta change the mindset of the guys, you know. So I don't see that changing no time soon. You know. And you got to have this, and if you do bring it back to some iteration, our hope will be some form of leadership, some form of structure this time, if that happens. I don't think so. But anyway, let's go.
In the future, I mean, we had a really supportive community. We had, you know, a lot of black men that really showed up for us each and every day. We had a lot of brothers that got on in the tech space, a lot of brothers that got on in certain situations, that got into different careers because of the Hall of Game and other things going on. Dudes came to Africa, I mean, it was a whole bunch of successes that happened, but ultimately, this is the real truth. Solo TV 84 deserves more credit. Mr. Research was right. Tommy and David Carroll, again, these were guys who I feel like were kind of just too big for the black manosphere at that particular time, and their framework was definitely influential. You know, and we all take things from guys who are influential. Tommy was definitely influential. David Carroll was definitely influential. But I can't put anybody in the community that wasn't working in the community. I can say that BGS was in the community. Mr. Researcher worked with us here and there. I can say that Black Ram was in the community, right? I can say that Minister Jap was in the community. I can say that the Angry Man was in the community. Obsidian was in the community. I can say that, you know, but I can't say that you got to give credit to guys in the black manosphere who were not in the actual framework and what it developed into. The black manosphere guys came through with the travel spaces, the passport bros come out the black manosphere. You have like the geopolitical guys come out the black manosphere. You have the whole dating coaches, the Steve the Deans that came in, the Donovans that came in, the Alan Roger Currys that came in. So these are guys that built different lanes and framework for different kinds of men to come through, and you just did not see that with David Carroll or Tommy Sotomayor, so that you can't take credit for something that they didn't do, but they have framework, especially when it came to child support, men's rights, you know, talking about issues before some of us talked about them. You got to give them credit, but they were not in the community. They just were not. So it's hard for me to sit there as an insider, as a guy who was there the whole time, and say that these guys were there. The one thing I would say is that Mr. Research's framework was the best. combining it with Obsidian, it was mind-boggling. But then again, that probably doesn't get a whole lot of views on YouTube. That doesn't get a whole lot of guys wanting to join up with you. And again, the Black Manosphere had a big time entertainment piece to it, so that's another thing also. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea.
All right, that's it for that. Now we're gonna get on to Coach Greg Adams. He said that he got kicked out of the manosphere. This is not the black man, but the white manosphere. Let's see. Okay, then we're gonna play this. This will be the last thing I play, but we haven't hear what the Coach Greg Adams. All this started from when he had this interview, this recent interview with Andrew Wilson, this Christian fundamentalist dude. He seemed like he's ship off the old block off of Charlie Kirk. That's something, you know. But anyway, let's go.
All right, but I had a live stream last night. Thousands and thousands of viewers on this live stream, in fact. And apparently, while I was on the live stream, there was another live stream going on at the same time. But at the same time, my live stream had more viewers, and I was just in a sweatshirt. But I do have to report some sad news, and this is sad for the people who've been supporting the Red Pill and the Manosphere for a long time. You guys know I've been associated with this particular group. Apparently, last night I was canceled by the Manosphere leadership right here in Las Vegas. Oh man, and I was like 20 minutes drive, maybe 30 minutes drive away. And
well, he was going to the Vegas and he was canceled while he was going to the meet these guys or something. That's what he's saying. That's some cold shit.
People they were reporting to me right during my stream last night with more viewers that they were over there canceling me. All right, they were over there going in on your boy. I had
just because they went against this white guy. This Andrew Wilson, this clone of this Charlie Kirk clone. He went against him. We had them hard, and they didn't like it. See, they're only friends to you until you piss them off, until you go in on one of them. Tell them they stupid, you a fool. Then all of a sudden now you cancel. But they use your black ass for a long ass time. You helped them out when they needed help. But then they threw you to the side, once you start getting on, calling out bullshit. Interesting. Hold on real quick. Let me give me a refill. Now, Coach Greg Adams should be proud. He should give himself a round of applause because he got ushered into a group which wouldn't take none of us at all because we too black. You can say ghetto or whatever. Don't talk with the vernacular of a white man. A white man that has no tone in his voice, no bass in his voice. He should be proud. But eventually they was gonna kick his black ass up out of there. Eventually. Once they have no purpose to more, once they find out he went in one of the team members. Well, you can't do that. You got a position to play here, boy. But anyway, let's continue.
I hadn't had time because I had a JUCO right after my stream, and then I went to sleep and I woke up, kicked her out, and she was 21 years old, but she went home. She had to go to school. She got tired of a thumb up her butt. But apparently I had been canceled by a group of people.
I don't know. You fucking real young girls. Well, it's what it is, ain't it? It's illegal. Anyway, let's continue.
That were basically giving therapy to a guy that supposedly won a debate. All right, there was a therapeutic moment, and they were trying to big up the guy. He had lost his mojo, and they were trying to big him up. You know, it was a 5-against-1 tag team championship match. Typically, what happens in the manosphere is somebody they don't like, and they try to take them out individually. They can't, so they got to team up together and form an Avengers group or a collective or a Marvels association, and then they got to get on there, and then they got to go 5-on-1. You know what I mean? 6-on-1. I mean, this has happened before with CGA, and it's not turned out well. Right? It's not turned out well. So he couldn't take me out alone. So they get together and right, they get together and somehow they got to get together. Yeah, Thanos is here. I told you CGA is Thanos. You know what I mean?
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Back to me. What did that bring you? You cannot live with your failures.
But didn't Donovan Sharp got kicked out the manosphere too? By Anthony Johnson? So I guess he was next. It seemed like they get rid of all the brothers. No brothers allowed. Remember that song by No Face? No brothers allowed. Old school, No Face.
Where did that bring you? Back to me. All right, Thanos is in the building, and shout out to the Angry Man. All right, and some people have done. I haven't had a chance to see all the reviews, and believe you me, there's still more reviews to come. This has been the best free marketing plan of CGA, the After Pill, the Villain Arc CGA, Hollywood CGA. This has been, guys, the timing could not have been better for this particular event to happen. You guys know, if you've been watching me, I've been on that pivot. All right, I've been out here trying to find one reason or another to create, you know, the Villain Arc CGA, Hollywood. All right, Hollywood CGA. All right, you guys knew, if you've been watching me, I know the new viewers and the people who forgot about me, you guys see the kerfuffle that happened. A guy that supposedly won has not released any clips, no evidence that he beat me, not yet. All right, that's not been one clip.
Some people say that he won the debate. I say that CGA won. Coach won. I believe that he won. I talked about it the other day about this. Played a video. No, man, he won that debate. They mad because he lost. So they teamed up on him and kicked him out of the manosphere because of it. Because I think that's the direction that the manosphere want to go. It's just Christian fundamentalist shit. And then ain't allowing no blacks up in there no more. So they seem like they all got more racist. Can you say that? Anyway, let's continue.
Released by his camp. He deleted the live stream off his channel. He supposedly won a debate. You know, I mean, if you won a debate, you would have clips and proof of you winning, you know, for the short attention span niggas. All right. Not one clip. All right. Not one clip, not one short of him cooking me. Not one. But Hollywood CGA is here. All right. And I've been freed. All right. I have been freed from the grips of the manosphere. All right. Thank God. I graciously accept this award.
You know, I'm glad he's gone. He should have been bounced already. He don't need them. They needed him. He should have been left a long time ago, man. Because you getting it You getting these girls. They not getting the girls. That's the thing too. He's steadily getting these women. He dating. I would see pictures of him, you know, here with the game with this girl, this black girl, this white girl, this mixed girl here, this Asian girl. He's getting it. They're not doing that. You know, they talk about getting married to one woman and just having this fake Christian life. And shit. Everyone's trying to hear that no more. But anyway, let's continue.
Move out of the way. Give me that award. I don't want to be a part of it. Cancel me. All right. Thank you. Okay. Yes, this is a great moment, man. I've been waiting for this. The leadership of the manosphere has canceled me, and my viewership is up. Look at us. We had 1,000 live viewers in the first 10 minutes. They didn't even have 1,000 live viewers in the whole canceling stream. Okay. I am the enemy of the state. Yes, indeed. I have all these titles. It is the Exodus.
So I guess Royal Tomasi is probably part of that too. I mean, anybody that's hanging with him, I don't know, man. It's, you know, geez. I'm not even gonna say anything. That's another stream for another day. But anyway, let's continue.
We are in the Exodus in 2026. You don't have to come, but I'm not taking the whole manosphere with me. But what is the manosphere without me? All right, you have to ask yourself that. Yes. I mean, I graciously accept this award. This is a great award. You guys realize this opens up so much content for me. I'm free to talk about anything that I want. Okay? I'm free to talk about anything that I want. You can't keep me to manosphere subject matter. Why are you talking about this? I have now been free.
Should have been gone a long time ago, man. I don't know why. So he was relegated because he was part of the manosphere. He was relegated to talk about manosphere topics. You could talk about anything that you know you could say that was on your mind at the time that you felt that the manosphere should be talking about or didn't want to talk about. That was taboo to them. Interesting.
Yes, indeed. Dark side. We're here. Trick season. Millionaire tricks. The millionaire tricks. We tricking. Oh, yes. All right. We are free agents. This has been the best free marketing campaign I could ever imagine. In fact, we're CGA be free. CGA be free. Yo, this is going to be the best CGA you've ever seen. You will not see a better CGA than the CGA that you have ever seen since I've been canceled by the manosphere. Oh, say it ain't so. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. What am I going to do without the manosphere? Now, some people say they leave the manosphere. I didn't leave. They canceled me. So it wasn't my fault. Don't be mad at me that they canceled me. I was trying to help. But apparently they don't want my help. They got me out of there. Woo! Way! My lanes of content have opened up tremendously. This is the biggest freedom you will ever seen. I'm capitalizing on, first of all, I won a debate. All right, let's just get this plain and simple.
Oh.
There has been no
one debate. He did. I think he did.
Proof of a loss from the people who proved that they won. They literally had to give him a therapy session. They literally had to give him a therapy session to collect a group of men to pat his ass on the back for not a job well done. They had to go in 5, 6, 7 on 1. 5, 6, 7 on 1. And I'm literally 20 to 30 minutes away from them. I'm right here. And not only that, I was on stream at the same time and I had more viewers on my stream. Like, think about this. Think about what's going on. And listen, I don't want no beef with the manosphere. I don't want any beef. Just let me walk away. You cancel me. There's no need. I mean, you guys can take shots if you want. You guys are giving me free advertising at this point. I mean, because nothing has been going bad for me. All right. So whatever it is, please just let me go. Let me be free. Let me walk away. The Black Manosphere had canceled me a long time ago. So it's no surprise that the Black Manosphere is canceled me again. So the
Black Manosphere canceled him twice? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought once was enough, but he got counseled twice. So they brought him in. They canceled him the first time, and then they turn around and cancel him the second time. I wonder why. Well, maybe because he actually get women and get young women, and he's not complaining about these women like they are. Maybe that's why. He's trying to say if you do this, do that, you can get the women. Feel intimidated? I don't know. You tell me.
That's not a surprise. Shout out to the angry man and anybody else. And you don't have to agree with me and think that I won, but we are here. I told you the manosphere and the clanosphere has been new world order. All right. I told you I told you about the manosphere a long time ago. It's been weakened, but now I'm not a part of it. All right. So thank you for the cancellation. I humbly accept this award. I quickly accept this award. I did this morning take a look a little bit, and I was like, boy, that's a wonderful therapy session. And a lot of these people want hope. And shout out to the men. You guys want hope. You don't want to free yourself, free agent lifestyle. You want to believe traditional marriage is coming back. I told you Gen Z. I've been telling you for years. Gen Z. I know you guys think Gen Z are kids. Gen Zs are adults. The brain stems haven't developed. All right. The frontal lobes are still developing. They're still emerging adults. They're still the least successful adults on the history of time. But Gen Z are not children. Gen Z are adults, and they are showing you every single day they don't want nothing to do with traditional marriage. You can't force them into traditional marriage. You can't force them into traditionalism, 1950s. They don't give a fuck about the 50s. These are a different breed.
They're not trying to hear all that. They're completely different. We want to go back to the 50s anyway. Shit, fuck that. We ain't trying to. Fuck that. It ain't gonna work nowadays. It's too much freedom out there. You've only got too much freedom now. That's in the past. When the women had a chance to get out, they did. They moved right out. They ain't looked back since.
It's a different breed of women. And I know you hopeful people, because a lot of you hopeful people are in your 30s and 40s, but you got to think about it. Gen Z is 18 to 29. At this particular point, they are the future. New. So you're trying to hope that who becomes traditionalists, that there are going to be some traditional Gen Zers in there, but overwhelmingly they not. I've been telling you for a long time, watch out for Gen Z. And they fired the first shot by electing a democratic socialist, communist mayor of Govt.
Yep. He's right. They want socialism. You can't tell them nothing. So it's just a matter of time for every other part of the country will be like that. We know all the blue states are going to be just like New York. It's coming. Now I did kick off because of him talking about he was a socialist communist. He probably say, I told you, yeah. Citizen Lou. He probably say, I told you, yeah. He was right. I didn't see it. But I did see that, things was changing. But I didn't see that coming. I thought things would be still the same, that a third, but no. Socialism is coming. It's already here. It's gonna spread. That's it. There's nothing we can do anything about it because our time is up, basically. Anyway, let's continue.
Gotham City. Yo, You better find out. See, what here's the thing. When I say that there's no traditionalism returning, everybody's like, yeah, but what are we going to do? We need traditionalism to survive. No, we don't. We're still going to survive. We're going to thrive. Our society's going to change right from underneath us. It's probably not going to change the way you want it to change. So it's going to seem like it's going to change for the worse. All right. But it's going to change the way society needs it to change. Nobody needs to get married. You can have kids. Nobody needs a family. I mean, listen, it would be great if we had it. Things would be safer. Sure, there's
the nuclear family is the end of the nuclear family, basically. Well, the legitimate end of the nuclear family. So I think nuclear family has been over ever since the single mother came into play. That was the catalyst, basically, the beginnings of it. But it's really over now. That's it. It is what it is.
Degeneracy. There's always been degeneracy. The traditionalisms just hid the degeneracy. In fact, many of these traditional homes had so much degeneracy in them that they had to hide it. They had church reverends sleeping with children. They had church reverends having homosexual relationships in these traditional households. Yep. So there's always been degeneracy. We just did a good job of hiding it. Today, we don't hide it. We just put it out in front of everybody and we eat off the plate. So you guys think that there's going to be more degeneracy. There has always been degeneracy. There has always been abuse of women. There has always been these traditional men that have been abusing women left and right. The traditional male, I've said a long time ago, are the biggest abusers and haters of women than anybody else that you can ever find.
So he just threw the black manosphere under the bus because they want traditional ways back again. The traditional man is the most one that hate the most. We play that back again because I didn't get it right. I don't want to play it again. We want to hear that again.
For degeneracy, there has always been degeneracy. There has always been abuse of women. There has always been these traditional men that have been abusing women left and right. The traditional male, I've said a long time ago, are the biggest abusers and haters of women.
The traditional man is the biggest abuser of women. Hold on real quick. Okay, let's go. Continue this. God dog it. What did coach say? Traditional man is the biggest abuser and hater of women. And black manosphere, what? That's what they want. These women to go back to being traditional women. Interesting. Now I see why I got kicked out of the manosphere. Anyway, let's continue.
Than anybody else that you can ever find. These traditional men who want to keep women down and control them because they use laws and all those ways to control them. These are the biggest abusers of women and the biggest haters.
Now, listen to the statement. Some of them guys over there will say that he is a blue pill simp, a hater. Is he? Or is he telling the truth? I'm just saying.
Biggest haters of women you can find. I've been saying that for years and it's been proven out. See, you can argue with me and make yourself look good for an hour on a live stream, but the reality is reality is going to be the reality. These traditional men are the biggest simps. I've been saying that, and there's so many simps in this manosphere. The only way they can win is control women. When you can,
damn. Hold on, man. I gotta just take care of this cat real quick. God damn. Hold on. Hold on, let me get back to here. The biggest simps.
Control your own life. Haven't I been saying that? The only way these men think they can win with women is if they can control them. So they need laws to control them. They need the church to control them. They need social pressure to control women. I've been saying that for years. And I said, this sounds like true misogyny. This sounds like true hate. And it also sounds like true terrorism. And
they don't want to hear that from Coach Greg Adams. They don't want to hear that. These niggas in the manosphere, they don't want to hear that shit. That's why he got canceled. Okay, I see. But is he right? They want to control the woman, hold the woman back. Simps. Let's play that back again. Let's play it a little bit back.
They can control them. So they need laws. Argue with me and make yourself look good for an hour on a live stream. But the reality is, the reality is going to be the reality. These traditional men are the biggest simps. I've been saying that, and there's so many simps in this manosphere that only way they can win is control women. When you can control your own life. Haven't I been saying that? The only way these men think they can win with women is if they can control them. So they need laws to control them. They need the church to control them. They need.
That's why they want the government to stop giving them what? The food stamps. To burn them down. They want the government to help them burn them down so they can get back in control. Was it all about control? Interesting. I don't know. Got a point here. Let's go.
Social pressure to control women. I've been saying that for years. And I said, this sounds like true misogyny. This sounds like true hate. And it also sounds like true terrorism. And in fact, the guy told me that the organization that's going to lead them into the political forefront is already registered by Barack Obama as a terrorist organization, the MRAs. Now, do I think they are? No, but the world thinks they are, and so does the government. So how are they going to lead you back to traditionalism? Y'all think I lost, but y'all going to look back and show that I won. All right? Because you can't defeat reality. You're not going to defeat reality, and I'm real, okay? You guys hope, but I'm real. All right, I told you guys that this is going to be the truth. This is the truth over here. There's no hope, if, wish, coulda, shoulda, woulda. We're going to all unite and get together and band together, or none of that shit. There's none of that coming forward. But for the people who think we can't survive without traditionalism and marriage, you're wrong. We've been doing it ever since the 1970s. Look at all the broken homes and all.
That's right. In 1970, I said the same thing. If you wanted to stop the tradition, you should have stopped in 1970s. You should have stopped what was happening in the 1970s. That was the beginning. In the 80s, just ushered everything else in. But anyway, let's continue.
All this shit. Has it led down to a social decay? Yep. But what am I supposed to do for it? Okay, I can't stop it. All right, I'm Thanos, but I can't stop the bullshit. All I can do is snap my fucking finger and collect Infinity Stones. All I can do is free myself.
Back to me.
So it's not Andrew Wilson's, it's Andrew Ifson's at this particular point, and he needs a whole bunch of ifs to happen in order for his shit to go down, and he needs a whole bunch of ifs to happen for you clowns to believe him. Okay, he's selling you a book of fantasies. The manosphere is selling you a book of fantasies. What CGA is telling you is you need to free yourself, and I agree with him. Not getting state marriage is a good idea, but thinking you're going to avoid the family court is not going to fucking work. Andrew Ifson.
Yeah. So this guy, I don't know if he's married, because Andrew Wilson said that he don't believe in the state marriage. So that means that he's not legally married then. So he's actually scared to actually get legally married because he know he'd be on the hook. But coach say that basically you still can't get out of the family court, especially if you have kids and stuff. You still bounded by those kids you have with that woman and everything else that goes along with it. That's what it is. You still get put on child support. And if you live with her long enough, basically boom, she's gonna get spousal support. It's what it is. Let's play a little bit more of this.
Because Wilson, what is his name? Wilson? Will ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be a whole bunch of ifs. Okay. CGA has been killed by the manosphere if you're just joining. If you're just joining us. So the free agent lifestyle is gonna win in the end. The de-evolution is gonna win in the end. You better figure it out. Hollywood CGA has spoken. Anyway, new world order. All right, where's my therapy session? There wasn't a group of men that I needed to rub my back. You did okay, don't worry. Don't worry, we'll gang up and get them. All right, we'll get them for you. All right, we'll finish them off, and we'll ban anybody that actually supports CGA in the super chats in the chat room too. All right, we're gonna make it look like we won and everybody agrees with us. Coach gang.
All right,
I am the third man.
New world order.
And it's just like, can I has hug? He did say that. Can I has hug? Okay. And who would have thought? I was the underdog. But as you can see, I'm still standing. Yeah. All right, you got to watch out for these religious zealots because them niggas get desperate at times. So, you got to be careful. But here's what I'll do. I'll step to the side. You can have your lane. Leave me alone. The after pill is here. All right, I don't need anything else. But apparently they tabled the debate. Fresh wasn't there. I contacted Fresh. He didn't know anything about what was going on. Okay, apparently.
So he won another debate then. Apparently this guy, Andrew Wilson, won another debate with him.
But all I'll say is the debate has been tabled, and apparently the winner wants a second chance, which is odd. If you won, why don't you just walk away? But apparently he wants another chance at CGA. That's interesting because he won. Why does he want another chance? Well, because he lost, but that's okay. That's okay. Believe what you will, but apparently he wants another chance. All right. Well, listen, that's fine. He had to go research who I was. He's like, apparently I underestimated that nigga. Well, here's the deal. This is what I'll do. and we'll get on with the show.
Now, this is his deal. His deal he's gonna give.
I'll accept the second debate. I'll accept the second debate. And I'll even lower the fee. So I will ask that group if they want to. First of all, the first option is leave me alone. All right, let me do my thing. Let me go my way. You cancel me, it's fine. But if you do want the second debate, I'll reduce my debate fee from the $50,000 I usually charge to $25,000 because I gave you the first L for free. All right, so I beat you for free on the first one, and you're gonna hold that L. But when I beat you the second time, it's gonna cost you $25K. All right, and I think I'm doing you a favor, so I want $25,000 sent to me. And
I don't know where he's gonna get. This white boy gonna pay him 25 or nothing. I don't really think I don't think he got that shit. So even if he wanted to, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know too much about him, but maybe they will pay him the money. I don't know, but I don't think he's saying motherfucker. Maybe he just saying that just because he know that they're not gonna debate on this stuff. They're not gonna debate it. Whatever it is.
Wire transfer 1 week before the debate, the second debate. Is that okay? Give me that $25,000. If you're so good, you're going to embarrass and humiliate me. $25,000. And apparently they want Myron to moderate because they didn't think the first moderator, they're blaming the first moderator.
So they're going to try to jump him
for that L. So let's go ahead and say, I'll accept Myron as a co-moderator. And what I'll do is I'm going to have my own moderator there. Oh, yeah. So he's not going to be the only moderator. There's going to be my moderator because apparently y'all was all sitting there together, chummy. You think I'm going to let you 2-on-1 CGA? Absolutely not. We're going to have two moderators. And then what we're going to do is we're going to debate this on my private.
Guess who his moderator is going to be.
Platform. Nope, we're not going to mirror the stream like we did last time. We're going to do it live, and we're going to do it live on my private Coach Gang platform, in which he can promote to his Crucible. He can promote my private platform on my pay-per-view live stream. That's what we're going to do, and I collect all the proceeds. For all the broke people who want to go ahead and join, you're not going to see the replay. All of the Crucible, you're going to come over to my private platform, and we're going to hold debate number 2 right there, and I collect all the proceeds. So I'm going to make up for that $25K discount that I gave you by getting my $25K on the back end. All right, that's what we're going to do. I call the shots on number 2. I call the shots. And not only that, yep, y'all tried to bury me, but I'm still here. So I'm calling every single shot. I call every single stipulation. And here's another one. It's going to be at the studio that I choose. And you will get the studio notice 3 days before. And no managers.
If they got the money to pay somebody 25, I guess I don't know his fee. I guess he does do speaking engagements, so I don't know how much he gets. But if they gonna give him 25 for this, I guess so. I mean, I know they're not gonna go along with these stipulations and stuff. They make all the money. He make all the money. But hey, I'll probably do the same thing to you. You know, I mean, we're gonna have it on my end. If you get this, I'm gonna come up. Hey. Anyway, let's continue.
There's gonna be no Avengers, no Crucible, no members of your team will be invited to this studio. You will be left out. It's gonna be at the Desert Storm bunker. Not at this Desert Storm bunker, but it will be in the Desert Storm bunker area. All right, but you'll get notice 3 days before. I'll give you 3 days notice so you can hop on a plane and buy a first class ticket to the second dub of CGA. Now, here's my other stipulation. You cannot smoke in this building, all right, or in or around. No cigarettes to help you out. So we're going to disarm you. We're going to bring you in there shaking and going through nicotine withdrawals, all right?
That's what I saw when he did an interview, he was smoking. I said, man, what's this motherfucker smoking? I mean, it's just, what's up? Oh, I don't know. Usually, you don't smoke on an interview and stuff. Just do interview and stuff. Yeah, he got this guy, man. But anyway.
I will have no cigarettes 24 hours before the stream. 24 hours before the stream, you cannot consume 1 cigarette, but definitely an hour before you arrive.
That dude must have been smoking, heavily smoking. He must be a smoker, you know, like a couple packs a day or some shit. Interesting. But anyway, let's go.
You cannot consume any cigarettes, and I will send a car to pick you up from the location that you are to bring you to my studio. So there's that. Here's the next one. There's no religious talk. You can't bring up religion because you brought it up. I tried to get you to change the conversation. No religious talk will be allowed on the second debate. You cannot bring up God, Sky Daddy, religion, church groups, church pastors forcing women to fuck you. Okay, we are not bringing up any.
Yeah, that was some bullshit when you were talking about that. He was saying there was no punishment for women back in the day. I mean, you know, now where, you know, they got reprimanded by the preacher and the preacher will force them, you got to be with your husband, this and that, other stuff. You know, yeah, that's something else they mentioned in the first debate and stuff like that, is that women had, you know, repercussions for doing what they did. But that's why the sexual revolution happened, and that's why a lot of these women ended up divorcing a lot of these men starting in the 70s. And then it became a freight train during the 80s. But anyway.
Any church issues, no religious talk, nothing. We're going to have it's all 100% secular conversation, and I'm going to decide what the debate topic is, not you. So you can't just pivot the debate topic to a position in the corner where you can just win and keep repeating yourself for an hour. All right, I get to decide what the topics are. And yes, we'll bring the angry man in. We'll bring Valdez, the angry man, in as my co-moderator. Valdez, angry man, if you humbly accept, I will fly you in. And
that's the moderator. That's his moderator, angry man. Angry man is going to be here. Oh, that should be something. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that debate. They said, "What's up, Blue Marvel?" They said, okay, if they got money, why would they pay CGA? I don't know. I'm just trying to say too. That's a lot of money. Maybe they want to. Andy Wilson can debate very well without smoking cigarettes. Probably can. But we wasn't there. We didn't. He probably was smoking when he got there, smoking just before he got on there, and then smoking on there, and then smoking after he got in, and smoking when he was leaving the door. Maybe he's a smoker like that, chronic cigarette smoker. I don't know, but him to mention that's something. Something's up with that. Him and them cigarettes. You remember, cigarettes ain't cheap now, man. We talking about $10, $15, $20, depending where you're at, a pack. So this nigga smoking 2-3 packs a day. That nigga's making money out. He got the money to do that shit. Hey, it is what it is. Jeez. But anyway, let's continue. I'm about to end this in a minute.
We will have Angry Man Valdez as our co-moderator. So it'll be Myron Gaines and the Angry Man as the co-moderators, with me and my security team, flanked by my security team, which you guys are going to pay for. Yes, you're going to pay for my security team. All of my security detail is paid by you. Because I gave you a $25,000 discount, I'll make it up on the back end, but you're paying for all of my security detail, and you're bringing in no security. I'm picking up Andrew Wilson by car, by limousine, and I will take him to the studio and return him back safely. Okay? No one nut men in the ball sack will be out here allowed at the studio. No event.
No one nut ball men. Jeez.
No managers. I will have a wonderful green room for you. I choose the date, and I think I'm being 100% fair since I won the first one.
All right, I'm gonna end it right there, folks. End it right there. That's wild. That's wild, folks. That's wild. I don't know if that's gonna go. I don't know if this interview gonna go down, man. But I know they pissed off. In order to kick him out of the manosphere, they really pissed off. And they pissed off of this crazy ass debate that happened between the both of them. So I'm gonna do the green screen over here. And there it go. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. The lighting is fucked up. Yeah, I'm about to go on StreamYards. I see, but well, I probably can't use screen. I can use screen. So I'm about to get some other lighting. That's what it is. The light is fading. Not fading. My head is all chopped up. But this always happens. But anyway, that's it, folks. Thank you for coming through. Like I said, just do this every Sunday. That's it. Like David Carroll, one day a week on Sunday. So I'll be back on here live on Sunday unless something happened big. I'll be live on Sunday. So we do it like David Carroll did every Saturday. I'm doing it every Sunday. So thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Give me a like on the way out. You want to support, you can support. Guys, scrolling down there. But anyway, I'm out of here.